So, Steven, did you see where I was sitting last night?
Behind the dugout? Where were you?
I was either to the left of the dugout for the first 4 innings, 5 innings, and then I sat like at the backstop right next to where the players are on the on-deck circle.
It's like a photo hole or something, right?
Well, they added netting that went further because there's been a bunch of instances.
Oh, yeah.
Instances.
I buy those down on 52nd Street. The incense man.
There's been a couple of instances where bats have broken and have flown into the crowd.
A bat broke last night, right?
Was it a union strike that they were breaking up?
No. But I didn't notice the bat broke because I was using a 600 f4 and I didn't know the guy broke his bat because, one, I can't see that far.
What happened so fast?
What happened so fast? I take the picture, I got it, and all you see is like a shaved off bat. Unfortunately, if I was shooting a little wider, because the 600's way too tight, and we'll talk about that with the D5 another time when I'm editing the photos, but I would have gotten more of the bat spray.
Yeah.
And the thing with, yes, you have 12 frames a second, but unless you time it right, you're not getting the bat. The whole point is to have the ball and the bat really close to each other, or the ball on
everything
the bat.
in the frame, yeah.
Doing 12 frames a second isn't going to help you get that. You need to still anticipate at the right time.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just happens it's so fast. They're throwing it 90 miles an hour. So it's already past them, and if you're just going, which you try to do,
it all has to be within that second.
It has to be at the right time that
Yeah.
you're getting it. Baseball's pretty tough for that, and also knowing where action's going to be. But so I shot the Phillies. That was fun. Got some nice stuff.
A lot of photographers, by the way.
There was there were probably about 6 or 7.
You had no issues though, people getting in the way, or you had
No. You can have 2 people at each photo hole.
Oh, that's
and
good.
Now that you
nice
can
limit
unzip it. Well, there's only two spots there.
Like 2 seats, you mean?
Yeah, there's only 2 seats, but it also makes it difficult with the netting because now you have to go around in the crowd to get to the certain area. It's something new that they'll deal with. But in the photo dugout pit, there was a guy. He had a 1DX Mark II from Japan.
The new one.
He did, but he had tape all over it. No, it's a real model. It's just that he's Japanese. He's from Japan, and he does all the baseball, and he travels the U.S. because they love baseball over there.
Yeah.
Guy was really super nice.
Awesome.
And Miles, the Phillies photographer, told me that this guy is one of the best in the world.
Oh, wow.
At what he does.
He liked the 1DX Mark II?
Yeah. I mean, we had
thoughts?
a conversation.
Do you get his number? We should start a website with him.
I have his number.
Yeah, let's start a website with him.
Whatever that means. Anyway, so also shot the Philadelphia Union last Friday.
Soccer, yeah.
That was soccer.
Or football.
Really dark.
Across the pond.
Soccer. It's called soccer.
It's called soccer.
It's called soccer. I'm
Todd,
sorry.
we're not talking about when you beat your wife.
That's all right. I'll give you that one.
Soccer.
Have you seen my wife? My wife beats me.
She would. I've seen Jean. What's her Instagram?
Get Jean fit.
Get Jean fit. She is out at 5 in the morning, generally at spin class.
Yep.
Good for her.
Homeless people chase her down the street. That's how she gets her exercise.
Has that happened?
No, she used to run with homeless people.
Yeah.
There's a
Is there like a homeless running group?
Yes. There's a whole thing called what's it called? Back on My Feet, where
I've
they go to homeless
seen
shelters and they run with the guys to like get them.
That's pretty cool.
Motivated, and she did that for years. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So that's it. Borrow lenses let me use the 400 2.8 and the 600 f4. Those went back today, right, Noah? They went back?
Hopefully.
Or did you get
20
robbed
grand in
on
the
your
mail.
way?
They're in the back of his Prius right now.
I've seen, weirder
Let's
things
keep
happen.
talking to Noah because
Wait.
he doesn't have a microphone.
Yeah, shut up, Noah.
Shut up, Noah.
Why is Noah over
Speaking
there
of
anyway?
Noah, Joe is at the Phillies game hawking beer. It's a 1 o'clock start.
Hawking beer.
Well, that's what you do.
Beer here.
Beer Joe.
Well, I heard the lady last night was like, "Get your Cracker Jacks, Cracker Jacks, peanuts and Cracker Jacks."
She sounds like she would have your hair too.
That's what she sounded like. Hey, ice cream.
Did you get anything?
No, I was shooting. I was working.
He insisted on getting a pretzel, by the way, while we were at the Union game.
Oh, they had one of those Philly pretzel
They
trucks.
go, I gotta get a pretzel. You
have
want
any
a
apples?
pretzel?
Do you have
He
apples?
comes to us. He's like, friendliest guy in the world. You want a pretzel? You want a pretzel? Anybody want a pretzel? I'm like, no, but you want a pretzel.
Jared's like, get that shit out of my
He's
face.
like, I want to get a pretzel. So
Carb
he
City.
ran off with his tight pant walk, and got himself a pretzel.
I was telling Todd this morning when I walked in, you had I thought you had a belly shirt on because your shirt was above your belly button.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It's my compression shirt.
It was so tiny.
That reminds me of, I think this should be tweet of the week, when somebody was talking about Keira Knight, or no, the girl from Star Wars was wearing yoga pants.
Yeah.
And he sent us a picture of that. And we were talking about her yoga pants, and it looked like Jared's butt. That's that's my tweet of the week.
Damn, she's got a great ass.
Badonk.
So do you, man.
All right, let's move on here. We've got a couple of things to talk about before we get to the Pluggy McPluggerson T-shirts.
By the way, you didn't intro the show again.
Jared Poland, FronosPhoto.com. Welcome to RAWtalk episode number 179, where I forget to intro the show.
Let's start over. That's it.
Stop.
Yep.
That was the
we're-
first time,
Cut,
like,
start over.
in 178
Joe,
episodes, you
start
forgot
over.
the intro.
Joe, take
Joe?
a note. Take a note to start over, Joe. Noah, take a note
Well,
to tell
it's just,
Joe that.
usually I cut myself off and start doing an intro. It just came a little later this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so T-shirts. Get your T-shirts. $9.87 T-shirts right now. I shoot raw random choice, meaning we select
Random number.
we select the one that you get. But you
$9.87.
somebody was like, "Do we at least get to pick the size?" No. Of course, you pick your size, small through 5XL. They're all priced at $9.87
They're all medium.
each, plus shipping. So you can order 5, you can order 10 if you really want to order 10. I'm sure Pascal's going to order like 300. You can order as many or as few as you want. We just can't ship to the European Union. I got that wrong. I said Eastern Europe. It's the European Union and a couple of other countries.
So you can't shoot raw and eat bangers and mash.
No, for whatever, there's a trademark issue going on over there with another company. I will explain that in the future. So until then, I don't feel like getting sued and deposed and opposed and all this bullshit.
So the queen can't get hers if she orders it.
Hello, I shot raw and had Prince. What was her son's name?
Charles?
Charles.
Yeah, Prince Charles.
Charles.
You should
Anyway,
sell, like, the Jared size T-shirt.
Go to store.fronosphoto.com, click on store, look for this graphic right here, $9.87. By the time this is up, there's about another week that it will be running. It's random, but if you're ordering a couple of them, say, "Hey, Heidi," in the comment section. "Heidi, I'd love to have X, Y, or Z shirt, and if we have it in stock, she'll do her best to give it to you, but no, what's the word? Promises. No promises, because we're out of certain sizes of shirts."
And if you've ever met Heidi, she's like, I don't care what they say. I'm going to give them whatever the hell I want to give them.
Take your damn T-shirt.
I don't care. This is just to buy Jared's second Porsche anyway.
The whole reason we're doing a sale is because we will be moving the shipping department from my dad's house over to the new Fro factory, and I don't feel like schlepping a ton of shirts.
How does one schlep, by
Well,
the way? How does one schlep?
To schlep means that you take it, you take it with you. You schlep it.
So you pick it up. So you can just pick it up.
No. Schlepping denotes or connotes that it's a hassle
It's a hassle.
to schlep it. Meaning,
so when I schlep to come here every week.
I've got to schlep.
Okay,
to
then I schlep every day every time we come
You
to
do.
RAWtalk.
It's like at B&H. They schlep the materials from one warehouse to the next. Oh, this is so hard, Moishi. I've got to schlep all the way here.
Yeah. Well, don't go in the bathroom, though. One of those guys were in there. It smells like Taco Bell.
That girl Becky was in there
You missed
again.
it. One of those guys just slept in the bathroom.
He schlepped his shit into the bathroom.
All right, let me keep moving. So that's the shirt sale. It's on $9.87. People ask me, how did you come up with $9.87? Well, it sounded
Just
better.
like everything else, random.
It sounded better than $9.99. It was different and unique.
And weird.
30 for 30 is officially live. Go to fronosphoto.com/LR3030, and you can follow for the next 30 days starting August 15th all the way till whatever 30 days
August
is.
15th?
April 15th. April 15th.
90 for 90. It's now 90 for 90, apparently.
90 for 90. 30 for 30. It's brought to you by Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom, Photoshop CC, whatever they want us to call it. And you can play with all the RAW files that we put up for you as DNGs. And then you can pick up a free trial of Lightroom if you don't already have it. Go ahead and do that so that you can play with us throughout the 30
Use
days.
the new features that we use.
And
Yeah.
check out the new
I'd
features.
love you to play with me for
We
30
had Richie editing. We had Steven editing. We had Todd did not edit.
Thank God.
We had Adam edit, and we had me edit, and then we also have a bunch of quick tips. So it's 30 for 30, and there may be some bonus ones after 30 days.
So Dan dropped that stuff off yesterday.
Dan at 10 o'clock last night. Hey, Jared. Hey, Jared.
Hey, Jared, I'm bringing 30 for 30 over right now.
Well, thank you for giving me this 8 terabyte hard drive. This is great. Did you see the comment that the guy left on Instagram? I was like, totally. I just use whatever Jared hands me. The guy was all like, oh, it's great to see that you get free stuff. Blah, 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 blah.
What's
like,
Dan's Instagram? What is his Instagram?
I don't know. I don't have his
I don't
Instagram.
know.
We
You
should
gotta
look
look that
actually, I
up.
do.
We should sick everybody on him and just talk shit
Get
about
the fro bump.
Well, we'll do that. But so somebody did
find it.
comment
Keep
when I
talking.
showed the OWC 8 terabyte Elite RAID systems.
The dual hard
that
drive
I
one.
bought that cost like $530 a pop. They did not give us those for free. We have no contacts over there. We need them. Todd needed one for editing. What is
Yeah,
it?
That's Dan.
Read it.
Daniel_Hirowich.
Send Daniel_Hirowich. Let him know that the Fro sent you and say, yeah, okay.
He's extremely weird, so enjoy that.
Okay, enjoy his. All right, now we got to get to the official Pluggy McPluggerson.
Took us a while to get there today.
Well, that's because we were talking about the stuff.
Tell Dan stop being weird, by the way.
No, that's Noah.
Well, they're both pretty fucking weird, so.
Well, see, Noah gets to reset the cameras today and hopefully not mess
I'm
up.
just waiting for
I can't
the
wait.
smallest mistake. Jared's head will explode.
You're still gonna stare him down every time he resets.
All right,
Did you reset it?
Here we go. This
Reset
week's
it.
Pluggy McPluggerson is brought to you by LEXAR. We have a whole wallet full of
Condoms.
Ooh.
well, sometimes. This is the LEXAR 128 gigabyte XQD card. I have 2 of them. They gave me one for free when we were out in CES.
Yeah,
They're like,
CES,
here,
yep.
have a 128 gig card.
They
take
just
that
came
home.
out like that. Actually, I don't think
They
they were
weren't
out
out
to the
yet.
public yet. Yeah.
They weren't out.
They were like P. Diddy, just.
Yeah, here, take a 128 gig card. So then I bought another one of these when they went half off for that WPPI event.
Awesome
sale.
sale.
So I bought
Yeah.
this and 264 gigabyte cards. People keep asking with the 5D, how is the buffer? D5, how is the buffer? When I shot 35 frames in a row at the soccer match, and then went to look for the light to see if it was done buffering, the light was off already. I sat there and I was like, holy God, it just went through 35 uncompressed raw 14-bit files to both cards, wrote them there. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't matter how many pictures you take, you will never outrun that buffer.
Yeah, it looked pretty crazy.
was-
You were shooting and then looking almost immediately at them.
What's the max burst? Is it 200 for
I
that
thought it was
camera?
like 183
Or is
raw
it
or something.
173?
I don't
Maybe
even know
that's-
what it was, but you'll
It's a
never
lot,
get to that.
yeah.
So that's the XQD cards. I have we use the SD cards. I bought the 2000X ones.
all the cameras. Yeah.
That was when I bought those 2000X ones from Amazon and got them shipped on Easter the same
that
day
night.
and got them that day.
Oh, thank Jesus for that.
And then we have the micro SD cards, and these come with a card.
And I'll tell you,
reader.
the new 1000 times one, just transferring it to the computer, so much faster than the
guess
the
what?
older ones.
They already came out with 1800X ones.
It's every other month. I feel like.
So these are out of date. I bought those.
Throw them in the garbage. Here, give it to me. I'll throw it
not
in the
best of
trash.
the best anymore.
Then
Yeah.
also when you get the 2000X cards,
You need
you
that.
get this
That is
card
amazing.
reader.
That's amazing.
Don't use the one built into your MacBook or your iMac.
Yep.
Use this thing, and it's like lightning in a freaking bottle.
Blazing,
So
yeah.
that's those 3, and then the last thing is the hub. This is the Workflow HR2. This one you can get, I believe it's $180 because it has the Thunderbolt. But if you don't have Thunderbolt and you just want USB 3, it's $59 just for the hub. And then it's about $24 and change for these.
For each module,
For each
yeah.
module that
Yep.
you want. You could get XQD, Compact Flash. You can get Micro SD, which has 3 slots.
I mean, it saves me a ton of time when importing all the RAWtalk footage
Yeah,
each week.
yeah. And then
Put
if
them
you
all
just
at
want
once,
to use,
boom.
you can pull one of the modules out and just
you can use it
take it
independently,
with you
too.
if you just need to use it out on the on
Because
the
I'll
set.
usually do it if I know we're going to be shooting with the XC10 4K and CFast. I'll bring the extra module along with us if we're traveling.
That hub's the only thing I keep hooked up to my computer,
computer
all
at
the
all
time.
times, yeah.
Yep.
That's all the stuff that we use, and we honestly bought most of that stuff, except for the work hubs. They gave me all of the
Yeah.
stuff for the work hubs. When they first came out with the work hub, they just sent us like 4 of them of the Generation 1, and then when they came out Generation 2, they sent us that all with new
What's
card
the
readers.
difference between 1 and 2 besides Thunderbolt and USB 3?
Thunderbolt and USB 3.
That's it, right?
Yeah, the Thunderbolt, you can daisy chain Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Obviously, USB 3 you can't. But look, the hub for $60 if you have USB 3 and then you just buy the other things, it's awesome for transferring so many. And you can get the modules, the 512 gig things.
For extra hard drives.
For
yeah.
extra hard drive space.
Yep.
Oh, another
Oh!
announcement.
Another one.
Oh my god.
Okay, guess what? Drum roll, please. Announcing on June 18th, Saturday,
June 18th.
there's a special live event at Allen's Camera called Allen's Cannonball. It's called Allen's Cannonball.
How original.
Because we're trying to come up with names. And
Can
I'm like,
Ivy Burt Reynolds.
I was like, how about
Cannonball Run.
Cannonaroo?
Cannonaroo?
Well, Coachella. I don't know, just coming up with like
Oh, like a festival
instead
name?
of the Allens of Palooza.
Speaking of festivals, I'll be at a festival that weekend,
So
unfortunately.
he won't be there.
Firefly,
Todd
yeah.
may be there if he gets paid enough.
Nope.
Heidi
He'll
will
be
be
schlepping there.
Oh, Heidi will be yelling at everybody.
Heidi will be there selling my bags.
Jared, I'm not gonna be there. I'm not coming, Jared.
Alan's Cannonball. They're seeing if the taco truck can make it again. The taco truck, we're hoping we can get some tacos again.
Oh my God.
You
Delicious.
don't have to have Canon gear to show up, but it is a Canon sponsored event. I'm trying to get a free printer to do a giveaway. I asked the printer department to see if they'll give us one. They probably won't give us that
The
version.
Pro 1000, yeah, that's.
But if they do, it's going to be
pretty
worth it
expensive.
to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's worth it to come out because they do amazing deals on discounts on Canon gear. Extra bonuses for trading in gear and getting more value back. This is a great time to come out to Allen's on June 18th for Cannonball, so you can meet other Fro readers, other photographers, other people, and just go out there and enjoy.
Is there free sensor cleaning again?
I don't know. I'll announce if there is or
that would
not.
be really
that I don't know. That
awesome.
well,
Can
Canon's
they
doing
fix
it.
my lenses?
I think your
You're
lenses
24 to
are
70,
beyond
dude.
repair.
Screwed.
All right, so that's that. That was a whole lot of stuff.
That was a lot of stuff.
Let's do a party celebration for Allen's Cannonball on June 18th. Brought to you, well,
I'll go to the cannonball if they have a kiddie pool and I can do cannonballs at the cannonball.
well, what about a dunk
Little
tank?
diving board.
We can get a dunk tank.
I mean, I would do a dunk tank if you're going to be in it because I want to dunk the
I
shit
just want
out
to
of
throw the ball.
Totally.
We could do it.
with your bird arms.
I'll ask Brandon if we can get dunk tank this year. Photo News Music's brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro. It's party dance cannonball music. I'm gonna double check.
Here he goes.
Already double
Here he
checking.
goes. Double checking knows work. Is it done? Did he
He's
do it right?
pressing a button.
Did he do it right?
Can't
Go
mess it
ahead.
up.
Photo News.
Anyway, I have a new little iPad Pro Mini, I see.
It's not a Pro Mini.
What's it called?
It's an iPad Pro 9.7.
Oh, excuse me.
Whatever.
iPad Pro 9.7.
Whatever.
It's not the best of the best, but
No.
it'll do.
You should definitely throw it out. For sure.
So first up, we've got a photographer named Radimer Jakubowski. He was robbed of his pre-production model of the 1DX Mark II. Pre-production model, again, with all his gear, too. The photographer says he stepped away from his car for about just 10 minutes to take some photos, and then when he got back, his window was smashed, back seats down, and all of his gear taken from his
There were
trunk.
people having sex
Why
in the
they
back
have
seat.
the back seat down? I really like this camera. I'm going to take it with me.
Oh, what size lens fits in this
Back seat.
hole?
All right, so he parked his hatchback. It was like really
Subaru?
close to a concrete wall, so no one could open the trunk. And these people must have been following him or something because they knew he had it in his trunk, smashed the window, put down the seats, and stole the gear. He thought he was good because he parked next to that wall.
You're
but
never
apparently not.
good.
No,
Yeah.
you're
Take
never
your gear
good with gear
with
in
you.
your
Yeah.
car.
Like,
Never.
Oh, how about this? We go to hotels and they're like, well, we have to have the bellhop take up your gear in a separate elevator. I'm like, yeah, no.
Never.
I'm like, no, you can't have my gear. And it's not that I don't trust you. It's that if anything happens to it, it's on me.
Yep.
So the best way to make sure that my gear doesn't get broken or stolen is that I keep it.
Yep.
And I take it up to the room and I roll my own bellhoppy thing. And I'm sorry I won't tip you at that point because I'm doing it myself. But
Because he's cheap as shit.
Now,
The only time I've ever left my gear out is if it's in like a truck and it's locked like a big
Like a
truck.
lockbox or something,
And
yeah.
there's like a security person overnight there.
Yeah.
That's when I've left stuff overnight in a car, but never otherwise.
now he says $30,000 worth of gear got stolen.
well, that's nothing.
The gear includes his 5DSR loaner from
Jared
Canon,
makes in a
not his
day.
camera, the pre-production model of the 1DX2, and about 6L lenses and 2 extenders as well. He said the only thing that he still had on him was an extra spare battery.
Yeah, but wait a second. He said he went to take pictures.
And he didn't list what camera he had when he was taking pictures. Does that mean
iPhone.
it took his phone?
yeah,
or
he took it. I
what?
went out for 10 minutes and used my iPhone instead of the $30,000 worth
I
of
mean,
gear.
when he says he went out for 10 minutes to take pictures, that means he went out to take a shit. He had to take a massive deuce.
Schlep.
Yeah, he had to schlep to take a schlit.
And then I linked to his blog post over on the website. You can find all the serial numbers of all the stolen gear, and he's offering a reward of about 10% of the recovered gear's value for anyone who has like information.
Where was
about
he?
the
Where's
recovery
this
whereabouts.
$3,000.
I mean, if you're in this neighborhood where Jared lives, I'm not surprised if it happens because this is really ghetto over here.
It was definitely out in the public, yeah. And the worst part is that his gear was not covered by insurance. None of it.
Why?
I don't know. but he definitely regrets that, obviously.
We'll talk more about that in the future.
Yep.
That's painful.
And then we've got a newlywed couple's wedding day was ruined by an amateur photographer, and now they're suing her, calling her a photographer from hell. The couple, Paul and Shireen.
What was her name?
Whoa, I thought that was my name.
Her name was Chloe Johnston.
Chloe.
AKA, what's the guy in hell's name?
Devil? Lucifer?
Lucifer. Lucifer.
So the couple's name is Paul and Shireen Wheatley, and they paid student photographer Chloe about £500 to shoot 9 hours of their big day, which was back in
£500
September.
of what? That's heavy.
It didn't start off great
It was
either.
a
As
shrimp
their,
cocktail. 500
the
pounds of shrimp
photographer,
cocktail.
She didn't confirm that she was even attending the wedding until the night before. Then she was 45 minutes late without any additional lighting equipment, including just a simple flash, something they specifically noted. She even took the bride out. She took the bride out in a wooded area where she had to trek through mud in her wedding dress. That left her dress completely filthy. They say the groom couldn't join them for all the formal pictures either because he couldn't walk in that area due to his knee problems. So it's just formal pictures of her and her bridesmaids and stuff like that. They also note that she only took about 15 pictures at the reception, spending more time in the photo booth taking selfies of herself. And they say the remaining photos were grainy without their faces even being shown. Again, she didn't have a flash or anything at the reception.
I don't feel so bad about my pictures.
Is it my turn to yell at this yet?
You can yell if you want, yeah.
Are you done?
I'm not completely done yet, but...
Keep going. I'll wait.
So they say, in quotes, they are awful. Most of them aren't taken properly, with some people partly cut out. The quality of the images were rubbish, too. And the couple says that when they complained about the quality of their pictures, Miss Johnston took to social media and complained about them online in a bunch of different forums and stuff.
I'm complaining about these pictures.
So then in December, the couple won their appeal for a refund at the small claims court at Leeds County Court. And after enlisting the help of bailiffs, they reclaimed £605 just 3 weeks ago.
Your photos are rubbish.
And the photographer now says that if they expected better quality photos, then they shouldn't have hired a student to take them.
Wait, the photographer says
they shouldn't have hired Todd Wolf to take them.
Whoa, watch your mouth.
Yeah, the photographer said that.
All right. My finger's bleeding.
Why?
Just because it is. It's like your nose.
Get it to stop bleeding. Hurry up.
Why is it bleeding?
Hurry up.
Why is it bleeding?
So first things first here, it's not just the photographer's fault. Yeah, she's a student. She was late and
I agree.
she sucked. If you are hiring somebody for your wedding and it's £500 and they tell you that they're a student and they're not being responsive till the day before, you might have a problem. So maybe don't hire that student to do a professional job on your wedding day if you think it's going to be rubbish. And let me tell you.
I'm Bernie Sanders.
Hold on. All weddings should be free.
That sounds like Colonel Sanders.
When I'm president of this United States of America, all weddings will be free. Okay? I'm a socialist, but a Democrat, but a socialist. Let me just tell you and remind you that my name is Bernie Sanders. I'm from Vermont, and I'm running for the president of this United States of America. Don't hire shitty wedding photographers. But that's what you get when you socialize photography.
This is your President Donald J. Trump. I want to tell everybody.
You sure you don't work at B&H? You sound like Moishi.
I have love for the Jews. I have great love for the Jews. Great love for the Jews. The Jews love me.
Build a wall.
So, when it comes to weddings, and trust me, I am an expert. I am an expert. I've had 3 of them.
I have Trump Wedding Academy.
I've got Trump Wedding Photographer Academy, so feel free to sign up for that. But spare no expense. Spare no expense. Pay $500, pay 500 pounds, 500 million. It doesn't matter. I've got it.
Sir, where'd your music go?
Your music stops, sir.
That's because of the Mexicans cut off my music.
Where's the Neil Young music?
Trump needs longer music.
He does
apparently.
need longer music.
All right, back to this.
Next up, we have The Impossible Project is reinventing the original instant camera with their own instant camera, the first from the Instant Film Company. It's called the
I did it. Look, I did it. Instant. Got it.
It's called the i1, very original name. The camera uses Impossible Type 600 film, which will also take Polaroid 600 film, of course. And it has an advanced ring flash, which automatically adjusts based on ambient light and focus distance. And it has a built-in USB rechargeable battery, so no more relying on the film's battery pack, which I do think is good. It'll act like an original Polaroid camera with little to no buttons on the camera itself, shooting fully automatic. Or if you want to get a little fancy in today's digital age, they also have an app for it which pairs with the camera via Bluetooth and gives you full manual controls over the camera settings and additional creative tools as well.
DOA.
And it'll hit shelves on May 10th for about $300.
DOA.
DOA.
Dead on arrival. The only thing about Impossible Project that's impossible is that it's going to be impossible for them to stay a business.
The impossible price of their film.
Well, it's going to be impossible for them to stay in business.
Their SX70 film that my girlfriend has for her original SX70 camera is like $30 for 8 pictures.
What?
It's crazy. Yeah.
No way.
And it takes about a full day to actually develop too.
Shut up.
Yeah. Their version 2.0 black and white film isn't as bad, but the original color film takes forever.
Here, get an Instax.
There you go. And then we have Lightroom has officially left the world of consumer cameras and debuted the world's first light field solution for film and television.
You know, Steven must be upset because if he used a Lightroom, everything would be in focus.
Now, announcing their 755 megapixel cinema camera at NAB, boasting the highest resolution video sensor ever designed. The camera captures raw 40K
But is it
resolution.
in 4K?
40K resolution raw.
If it's not 4K, though, it's no good.
It has 16 stops of dynamic range at up to 300 frames per second. I mean, the specs are just mind-blowing. And then get this, data-wise, it shoots 400 gigs of data per second. 400 gigs per second. That's got to be just terabytes after literally like a minute shoot.
That's horrible.
400 gigs a
Incredible.
second. That means every 2.5 seconds,
Terabyte.
you have a terabyte.
But you said 400 gigs a second.
A second. Again, this is raw 40K resolution. And who knows what the frame rate is if it's up to 300 frames per
What
second.
LEXAR card would you need for that?
You'd need the LEXAR refrigerator
Yeah.
with 29
and it makes
petabytes.
ice as well.
Petabytes, yeah. And then with this new camera, it combines 2D and 3D worlds by turning every frame of video into a 3D model. They note that you can do away with the green screen for good when shooting with this camera. They say it captures everything about the scene from different perspectives, focal lengths, shutter speeds, frame rates, apertures. Essentially, it's a virtual camera that can be controlled in post-production completely.
Great. You know what the first industry ordered it?
Porn.
Got it.
They say it'll be much easier to combine realistic-looking CG objects into the frame. So you can change everything after the fact in post, from the camera's position, shifting it left or right, to the focus plane, literally everything.
That's crazy.
And to get a better understanding of this new camera, I did post a video introducing and explaining everything about the Lightroom Cinema camera over on the website.
I've got one right here. Go to fronosphoto.com/rawtalk-179 to get all the photo news stories and more. This is the new Lightroom 755 megapixel.
It honestly looks like that, but giant.
Just giant. It looks like a production TV.
It looks like a broadcast.
This is
lens,
the original Lightroom. AKA, we should have never made this lipstick-looking device that doesn't look like a camera or act like a camera that sucks, because this thing sucks. Absolutely sucks.
And they're no longer in the consumer market.
They're no longer in the consumer market.
They already gave up on the Illume.
They should have given up on the Illume because it was stupid. Lightroom, in theory, it makes sense, but let's come up with a 400 gigabyte a second camera, because there's lots of needs for that. Let's see how long they survive, and let's see what their burn rate is on their cache.
And they have that
after
360-degree camera that they announced a couple weeks ago, or months ago at this point.
Yeah, I think the only way that thing works is like Avengers type movies, like big,
Crazy,
giant
big money
budget,
production.
over the top. I'm fascinated by the technology of it, but at the same time, you still need to point your camera in the general direction where you
Lighting.
want the action to be. Now, you can pull focus after the fact, and you can do some different stuff, but...
And then we have a photographer used his drone not as a camera, but more as an assistant. He lit giant landscapes at night by attaching LEDs to his drone and flying it around. He mounted a prototype light by Phillies called the AL250 light onto his 3DR solo drone, and he flew it overhead, creating a dramatic landscape image by lighting only certain sections of the landscape to highlight specific features for a more theatrical look. He took the photos with a wide variety of cameras as well, including a Phase 1 XF100 MP, a Leica MP240, and a Canon 5D Mark III. And you can find the resulting photos over on the website. It is pretty good use of a drone for landscape photography. I thought it was creative.
So he just put lights on the drone, or the lights and the camera?
Lights on the drone, yeah.
So he could just do like backlighting on trees and stuff.
pretty much for the most part. But this must be a really powerful light. Or he had a couple of drones flying.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah. And then speaking of drones, Facebook has teamed up with DJI and made live streaming possible from any of their drones that work with the DJI Go app, which is most of their Phantoms and the Inspire line. And DJI says the update will come at the end of April and will enable the drones to stream live on the social media platform.
Not the first to do that. You could do that on YouTube.
You could do it on YouTube for a while, yeah.
But this whole Facebook announcement stuff that happened at F8, or whatever the hell they call it.
Which they had a Phantom 4 flying and live streaming there.
They did. I'm more interested. What Facebook is doing is opening up their live API into a live Facebook Live platform, which I'm starting to think is going to be other companies are going to come up with the ability for us to sync these cameras or be able to broadcast live on Facebook as a broadcasting tool. I think what you're going to see is that the Huffington Posts and all of these larger companies that have money, BuzzFeeds and Mashable, they're going to start doing live broadcasting but using Facebook as the platform, because you're going to be able to get into Facebook and do it like a production studio and use Facebook as the platform. They also came up with what are they called, Noah? Those instant articles, which are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome, and they opened it for everybody, and we went and signed up for it, and guess what you need to know?
What?
Special Facebook HTML5. It's not plug and play and just drop and make shit work. You need to be a freaking coder to make it work. We want to do instant articles, but unless you have a team of developers or you're the New York Times, it's going to be almost impossible to do it. It's just not that easy.
That sucks.
And it would be awesome if we could do it.
Yeah, that would be cool. The only thing I hate about Facebook is their video quality in general. Their
Still
live streaming
sucks.
quality sucks. Just uploading a video in only 720 sucks. It recompresses, always has a magenta shift to it. It's always really odd, really weird.
Quality does need to get better.
Yeah. And then one last thing about drones. Drone racing is officially coming to ESPN, the Ocho. No, just ESPN. The International Drone Racing
You said
Association.
ESPN 3.
Well, let me get to it. The Drone Racing Association teamed up with the Sports Network to broadcast their 3-day national championships live in New York City. It's going to be this August. The entire race will be live streamed on the online channel, ESPN 3, before being edited down to a 1-hour TV broadcast, which they say will be on an ESPN network. No word on which channel.
Ocho.
I doubt their main channel, yeah. Now, ESPN says drone racing is poised to become the next behemoth racing sport
No, it's
alongside
not.
NASCAR and Formula One.
They all suck. Oh, Jesus.
Phone call.
God damn it, you son bitches! You Eric, I don't like chocolate in my peanut butter. I don't like milk in my Coca-Cola, and I don't want your damn drones up in my sweet, sweet NASCAR either. So you son bitches better keep your damn claws off my sweet gasoline, diesel-eating love muffins. Goodbye, Jew.
I heard that they have cheerleaders and that Meredith's daughter is going to be the head cheerleader.
I do like sweet, sweet titties, so I might be all right with that. And Rebecca, she has been working out quite a bit down at the plaza where she works. Goodbye, Jew.
They say the live stream will start on August 8th and run till the 7th, and they will also live stream the Hawaii race in October as well.
Did you hear the news from ESPN? Who's going to be doing the announcing?
Dave Leno?
Dave Leno is going to be announcing drone racing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And here comes drone number 2. Drone number 2 just crashed. Oh, look at his flight engineer who's fat. I don't know what that
Warning!
meant.
Put on your fucking earmuffs.
Still the best liner we have.
This pretentious douchebag moment is brought to you by
We just gotta slip
ESPN
them
drone racing.
Just slip them.
Just random. Just throw them randomly in drone racing.
Here's a prediction for you. Drone racing will never take off. No pun intended.
Unless you can put like mice in him and then have like mouse cam. Whee! See him like horrified.
Mouse POV.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
There needs to be more like death, potential death.
Well, if they had if it was like Star Wars with real like
drones yeah.
like that would be a little different.
You mean speed? So at the end of it, you're going to have
as you stare awkwardly into the camera.
Way to go, Noah. Way to go. Hey, don't bother putting any clean shirt on when you come either. Don't even bother.
Yeah, go lay on my sofa again. Like, make it your home.
What'd you do? Finish fixing your Prius up under the hood before you came over? Your oil stains? Arthur Fonzarelli, motherfucker.
Hey. Drone racing will never take off, people.
We'll see.
Not gonna happen.
Well, why not? You just have to put the blades on the right way.
It's just, can you see? We're gonna go interview the winning pilot. Yeah. The drone performed very well today. I had a little trouble on turn number 2 earlier. Drone guy number 4 tried to cut me off, and I was all a little bit upset, and then I got distracted by a girl named Rebecca and her sweet, sweet titties.
Oh my God! Wait! Oh my God! Ow! Oh my God! Oh my God! The drone just cut my freaking eyebrow off.
My eye is hanging out of my socket.
I'm looking at my lip, just like Noah in his glasses.
All right, here we go.
I do wonder what drones they use, though, because the one in the DRL, the Drone Racing League, they're like 80-mile-an-hour custom-built drones, but they all tend to have the same type of
Are they
drone.
going to have people around, though, watching?
No, it's
They
too
didn't in the
dangerous.
Drone Racing
See,
League.
if there were people whose lives were in danger, I would watch.
But it might be like NASCAR, where they'll just have like fences around or something like that.
Tell him to shut up, please. He doesn't have a microphone.
Hold on. Ow
Ow now, brown cow.
Ow. The skeleton needs a bank loan. No, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You don't have a microphone.
Is your neighbor home?
I'll probably get it. Joe
That's loud.
is. Joe is out slinging beer right now.
All right, next story. We've got scientists say they have figured out a way to store digital photos in DNA. Researchers at Microsoft and the University of
I
Washington.
picture all kinds of things in my DNA as
I
well.
was waiting for that. They developed the new archive method, which allows data to be encoded, stored, and then retrieved using just DNA molecules, which they say can hold data millions of times better than current archival solutions.
Is it protein?
Oh my God.
Is it protein based? Was that a funny by me?
Absolutely not.
Now they note that 10,000 gigs of data can be stored in a single tiny smear of DNA found at the bottom of a test tube.
Well, first off, we know that the Catholics are totally against this because you do not waste the seed. Even if it's
I'll never run out of space because I got all kinds of storage for this. Right about 8:30 a.m. after everybody leaves the house.
I got it. I got it. We don't know how the Lightroom stores 400 gigs a second. Seed. DNA seed. You have to get in there and fill it up every time.
You would lose all your data all the
John,
time.
we've got a massive shoot today with the Lightroom.
a massive
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Meredith, we're going to need another 2 cc's.
Oh, God.
Here's your daughter, pictures of your daughter at prom.
Hold on, Pornhub's not loading up.
It's Cornhub. What?
Corn hub.
Sweet baby corn gets plowed.
Oh, God.
Goodbye, subscribers.
The scientists have successfully encoded and decoded 4 photos and a snippet of DNA.
Just 4?
They just tried it out. They could do a lot more. They say life has produced this fantastic molecule called DNA that efficiently stores all kinds of information about your
I've
genes.
created fantastic DNA. As we're sitting here, I had a little I think.
Too far.
You gotta keep all that in. Just bleep.
Oh my God.
This is the first total breakdown we've had.
Oh God.
Tell me more about your DNA, Steven.
This show brought to you by DNA.
They go on and say it's very, very compact and very durable.
You can beat it all the time. You can beat it up all the time.
We're essentially repurposing it to store digital data, pictures, videos, documents.
Can you hear it now? Our female readers are rushing out the door.
I
been
hear
gone.
'em. I
They
also
speak-
hear Lexar coming up with a new DNA-based
Storage device.
storage device. It's called the Magnum. I'm down.
They add that current technologies have lifespans of only decades where DNA can preserve data for centuries. And you can find a link to their research paper explaining how they did it over on the website. It's pretty remarkable what they can do.
We got a
with
research
freaking DNA.
paper here, and it's got we had a lot of studying of DNA late night in the lab
By myself.
I'm here to report that one smear of DNA can have 10,000 gigabytes.
I just added an additional 3 petabytes to the collection today, this morning.
Had a big shoot this weekend. Tell your mom thanks for putting those pictures up, by the way. Helped out with the storage.
So Adobe has updated several of their Creative Cloud video editing apps, including Premiere Pro and Adobe Audition. And updates to Premiere include proxy workflows. Finally, this is something Final Cut has had for years at this point.
Finally.
Being able to create proxies upon import, and they also added support for 8K and HDR media.
I can't believe it's taken this long.
Me too.
Yeah.
I thought this would
Crazy.
be maybe 2 years ago when Sony really started pushing 4K.
I thought it did it already.
Yeah.
It's
There
so
was
obvious that
no
I thought it
workaround
did it.
really,
Yeah.
besides doing it manually yourself.
So now it will make your job easier.
Oh yeah, for 4K.
Will it import and proxy red footage natively?
It said pretty much anything. Yeah. What? Yeah. And they also have new enhanced Lumetri color tools, including an HSL secondaries tool, making color correction
That
even
looked
easier
awesome.
for specific colors. And it also has new VR editing features and export flags as well. So when you upload to YouTube, it already knows it's like VR.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
Because editing VR is putting
Exporting
text and everything in it.
VR. And in Audition, they added a new essential sound panel, is what they're calling it, which is like sound for dummies, pretty much. Quick shortcuts, presets with simple terminology. Really
So Noah
easy
could do
panel.
Noah could do it then.
to make your audio sound good, which I think is great. And After Effects and Media Encoder have also been updated with several new features, and you can find a link to all of the updates over on the website, just way too many to name, along with a video explaining all of the new features. Big update for Creative Cloud.
I was on the NDA call for that.
I do wish I was on that with you.
I do, because I sat there and I was like, yeah, I don't get it.
I didn't know you were
What
having
did
like
you?
a call like
What?
that.
What does that mean?
What, NDA?
No.
No.
Everything they were
Everything
saying.
they're explaining.
I imagine you being like,
Because you were
what?
saying they had something new for After Effects, like for the animation, right?
Well, they were showing this animation. There's this girl up on the screen, and she has a cartoon of herself up on the screen, and she's talking to the video camera.
Sounds hot.
And it's mapping her mouth, and her mouth is moving on the animation.
Using just the webcam.
Yeah.
That's great.
That was. I would love to have that if we made ourselves characters and we could be in there and be like, hi guys.
Avatar
Dude,
type shit
I'm
right
telling you,
there.
I would love to have like a Meredith. Like if you could, if you could do that in the show, have like a Meredith character that you could just sync up with the audio, would be crazy.
We should try it.
Or the Snapchat like filters, just put like a Meredith filter on top of your face.
Oh my God, that
be
would
good
be
to go.
amazing. That would be brilliant.
And then we've got a photographer nearly got his head taken off while trying to shoot an inbound plane at St. Bart's notoriously dangerous airport.
That low one?
They say it's the third most dangerous airport. Now, a passerby captured a photographer hunched over as the plane is coming directly at him, and you can see the photographer duck literally last minute while the plane flies just inches above his head to land. And the best part is that all of this was captured in 360-degree video.
Oh, I mean,
so you can toggle,
360-degree video.
look at the plane coming, and then toggle right and look at him, and it's literally like this much room. If he didn't duck, he'd be decapitated.
Well, then why do they even have it open for people to be there?
I don't know. It's terrible. They really should have a fence or something blocking planes from coming in that way,
crazy,
or just
crazy.
cars and people
Fences.
from being there. Yeah,
Really
because it even
weird.
looks like it's almost going to hit cars as they go by.
You can't even get that close to like Philly Airport. You get a little bit close, driving around the outside of it.
But you're
they
still
shut you
half a
down.
mile away
They
from the
shut you-
actual.
Yeah, you're really far away.
Yeah, yeah. And the photographer notes at the end of the footage that the plane did actually hit the top of his hand when he had the camera.
What kind of plane was it?
It was just a little like one-person plane. It was very
Oh.
tiny.
The
but
plane,
it's,
the
it's still,
plane.
dude, that thing's coming in. How fast?
I'm surprised he didn't break his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have just skimmed it. It looked like the tire hit it.
Oh.
So, and you can see the crazy video. Posted that over on the website. I'm surprised you didn't see this.
Nope, didn't see it.
Yeah. And then we have one last story of the week. Engineers at Columbia University have created what they're calling a sheet camera.
Nerds!
Shaped and sized like a credit card, the concept camera lets you change the field of view by simply bending the sheet. In the concept video that I posted over on the website, they explain that the camera is similar to like a piece of plastic where it will conform to whatever it's attached to. So they use like a car as an
Like
example.
a condom.
They use a car as an example, wrapping the camera around the edge of the car, allowing the driver to see like a 360-degree perspective of his surroundings, eliminating all blind spots.
What
stuff
kind
like
of
that.
storage does it use?
And they basically have like numerous tiny lenses attached in a flexible grid layout for their concept camera. And again, you can see that video over on the website. It's pretty crazy looking that you can literally bend it to change your field of view and perspective.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's something.
And that's it for photo news.
Photo news. Music is brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro. I am thinking we go with some 70s baby making music. Do you think they have that?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
70s baby making music in 5.
or DNA-based photography storage music.
I like 70s baby making
Okay.
music.
Same difference.
In 3, 2, 1, making some babies.
I'm watching Chips. Put your clothes back on.
Watching Chips.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
What, Chips?
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Eric Estrada.
Eric Estrada. So that's photo news. Now it's time to get to the gear of the week, right?
Gear of the week,
Before
yep.
flying solo?
Correct.
Gear of the week is on the floor. I'm going to pick it up.
Here he goes. He gets up
Oh,
off his
we've
seat.
got,
I can see the back hair over
Oh, look
his
at that
shirt.
thrust.
Oh,
What is it, Steven?
This is the Think Tank Production Manager 50.
Oh, my God.
53
AKA the
inches,
casket.
53 inches long.
That's
that thing
crazy.
is huge.
Yeah.
It's almost the size of Jared.
fit a lot of DNA in that.
This is the new big $600 bag that Think Tank has.
Has the shock absorbed wheels.
They have the 30, they have the 40, they now have the 50. We could put all of RAWtalk in here, and when I say all of RAWtalk, except for the Kino flows,
Plus some.
we can put in the stands, the tripods, a bunch of others.
The wheel
Joe,
throw.
we could probably put in there.
Noah.
Yep.
In fact,
Which I call Joa at this point.
Joe is actually here right now.
Oh, is Joe inside the
Joe's been in the
production
box
manager?
the whole time.
Joe, how is it
Oh,
in
we
there?
can't hear
Joe,
him 'cause
how is
there's
it
no
in the
mic.
bag there? Shut up, Joe! You don't have a microphone in there.
But can you get a beer?
Beer here.
So Think Tank sent this out for us to play with. I'm looking to make a
The world's largest rolling bag. Photography rolling bag.
World's largest.
World's largest, correct.
photo bag.
That's what I said, photography bag.
So we're gonna I want to do a review of it. We'll show you what you can get in it. That's what we're gonna do. We'll come up with that a little bit later.
put Joe in it.
And we'll let you know. But now it's time to get to flying solo questions.
Yep.
I asked you for your flying solo questions on both Facebook and Instagram, and Instagram doubled up Facebook. More people leave questions on Instagram, though I did see some people put them up on
It's
both
interesting.
places.
I would think the opposite.
It just shows that people are more apt to interact on
Instagram,
on
yeah.
Instagram than they are on the Facebook.
Now, what about Twitter? I guess that would be too hard to
That would be
do.
very hard to go through the hashtags and blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
It sucks you can't just start like a separate. Well, I guess you'd have to do the hashtag. I was going
Yeah,
to say
you
a
do a
separate
hashtag.
feed. Yeah.
You
We
could.
forgot the hashtag last week.
We did forget a hashtag. This week, let's do some hashtag DNA what? Storage? DNA storage?
Let me sit on that.
You sit on that, Todd.
I already am.
Steven Snow. I'm a motorsport photographer in Austin, Texas. And
You
I'm
know nothing, Steven Snow.
Egrid.
That's coming out soon, right?
Yeah, the 20th.
Oh, wow.
In Austin, Texas. I'm struggling with getting in touch with teams, organizations,
With teams?
venues, teams,
Oh.
organizations, venues, etc. When it comes to searching, sorry, my computer did something. When it comes to reaching out to offer my services, it seems like my emails /messages / tweets get tossed or never seen. Is there a method I could start using that could possibly increase my success rate? Yeah. Steven, how about trying to get off your ass and stop sending messages and go see somebody in person? They can't ignore you in person. They have to interact with you. Pick up the phone, call somebody, find out where these teams are practicing, and go talk to them before or after practice. Get off your ass, go do it. This is the only way you're going to interact with people. Now, trying to just go through these basic things that you said here, yeah, it's really easy to ignore you because you're not standing right in front of them.
I also think it's very unprofessional to tweet at someone or message someone for like a serious job.
Don't ask people questions via Twitter in
Yeah.
terms of like, hey, I want to interview you. You need to start a conversation first, like, and get to know somebody, at least in the Twitter-ish world, to interact so that they see your stuff over and over. And then, because they've seen it over and over, it takes away the hurt as much when you do ask for something because you've been interacting. You can't just go right for the close. It's like when you get to the girl's front door. I mean, I know Todd has tried this before.
I'm here to make a lot of DNA
And you knock
tonight.
on the door and it's like, let's have sex.
I'm here with the chloroform.
We need more storage.
So I'm yelling at you. I'm yelling at you.
Jared's new book is called The Art of Bullying.
It's not true. That is just very uncalled for. Say you're sorry.
You gonna bully me till I do it?
Bruce Harper, hey Jared, I shoot a lot of poorly lit venues in Philly, and your videos have helped me to improve at my at an exceptional
Wonder what
rate.
venues?
Sorry, at an exponential rate. However, I may be shooting a few festivals this summer, and I had a question about how this works. A lot of the photographers I've seen at past festivals barely have any equipment on them. Example, one camera with one lens. Is there a special lounge for extra gear available when you have a media pass, or do they have assistant teammates carrying the extras? I feel like I'm missing something. Also, have you or anyone ever camped overnight at a fest with your gear, or is a hotel always mandatory for obvious security reasons? Thanks, Bruce, Wook Vision Media. You've camped with your gear, right?
I've camped at Firefly. The first year of Firefly, I photographed it for the radio station all 3 days and camped there for the first night with my friends. I basically locked it in my trunk, but the thing about my trunk is that the trunk release didn't work and you couldn't get through with the back seat. The only way you can get my trunk is with the key. So I knew that going forward. There was a special press area, which you could leave stuff at that risk, but I would not do it because actually that year, someone lost 2 professional L lenses stolen from the press area. So another press photographer did that.
What was her
Obviously,
name?
there's no cameras or anything.
Right.
But,
So in terms of how many bodies, that's personal preference, what you want to carry around. I wouldn't have one lens, but with festivals...
I would just bring the Trinity. That's what I did.
Well, the Trinity, or these days... If most festival stages are freaking huge and you're far away, a 200 to 500 could kick ass and give you everything you need, or a 150 to 600. Those ultra zoom, mega zoom things, or a 80 to 400 could be fine for bright ass daylight because all the shots end up looking the same anyway.
Yeah, but the headliners are all at night, though.
They are, so then you want better glass for that, but you're still far away.
And you have to shoot super far from soundboard at night, typically for the headliners, if you can even shoot at all. The headliners are usually very limited on who they let shoot them.
And the thing with festivals is that you're there to shoot the festival part more than anything.
That's what I did.
The live show, it doesn't matter if it's a live stage in your backyard or a live stage at Coachella. It's
all the same.
It all looks the same.
Shitty. The festival
boring.
experience, the
Now,
life.
If you're on stage and you could shoot out and get the crowd in it, that's where the real shots are. But just basic pit shots of we know people that go to these events and are like, the event was amazing. I got all these great shots. Like, they look like the same shots you get everywhere else.
Yep.
They're not unique. So take some extra gear, carry it around. I always carry it around. Like, I would take less gear than I would when we did, what was that crappy festival? Budweiser Made in America?
Oh, we did that a couple years in a row, too.
Yeah, that sucked. Every year.
I thought it was all right. It's just way too over. They sell way too many tickets.
And they usually have a crappy lineup.
It's usually decent.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Hyam was there. Remember them?
Your favorite.
I walked past the
they're coming
bass
out with a
player.
new album soon.
Remember, I was like, "What's up, bass player?" And she's like, "Hey." All right,
But
next
I would
question.
also even visit like the campsites. That's where the fun people are at. They're going nuts at the campsites.
That's where you get all the extra DNA.
That's where all the drugs are.
Janice Matter. Hey, Fro. In many ways, you have been a mentor for the Fro readers and viewers out there. But who do you ask if you have some questions that you need to get answered? Who would be your mentor? See ya. Well, it depends on what it is. If it comes down to editing video, I'm probably calling Steven.
Oh!
Well, if you'd watch the guide that I sent you, might not need to.
It's 9 hours, Todd.
He was there when you filmed the guide. He's
I know.
part of the guide.
Still doesn't understand what's going on.
I would call Todd. So I look for the best of the best of the best that I know, and I reach out and I make calls.
I call Todd all the time. Probably once or twice a week, just asking about. It's really just
I actually pick up your
confirming
phone
what
calls.
I
When
already.
Jared calls, I just let it go to voicemail. But yours, I pick up.
It's usually just confirming what I already think is going to be the right move for editing, and I just like to get Todd's input.
So for me, I don't have any mentors per se in photography, but it's if there's somebody that's the specialist in that field, I will make a phone call. If I want to know something about X, I will get that person on the phone somehow, or I'll contact them one way or another.
Yeah, you do that.
And I ask questions. That's what you do. If you're not sure about this, like Richie flies a lot of drones. So we had him come out on the Phantom 4 shoot that we did,
so glad he
so
was
that
there
he
for
could
that.
bring his Inspire 1,
Yeah.
or he could be there to troubleshoot if we had any issues.
Which he
or-
did.
Or he could be out there to just help. So you try to find the people that are the experts at what they do, and then that's how it works. They have questions, they call me. I have questions, I call them. So that's that.
Boom.
Penguin Pixel. That's from Instagram. Any news about a second Fro travel show?
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah.
There is?
I mean, we were talking about one over in
I don't know if it's
Brooklyn.
necessarily a.
Well, that's
Travel.
a little different. So the one that we're going to work on next is a little different than the travel thing.
We're traveling.
We are traveling,
Yeah,
and it's going to be. I think it's going to be an incredible video that we're creating because people love this style of video. So I can't wait to do it. In terms of the show, like you saw in the Grand Canyon, we have to figure out what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Is it what we're going to do? Is it sustainable? That's what you see a lot of people talk about selling. They sell their show and make you pay for it. I'm still of the ilk where I want to have a sponsor pay for it, so you don't have to pay for it, or you don't have it's just free and open. We've talked about that a million times.
It's very labor intensive.
It also comes
Very.
down to the timing and being able to
Still do a million different
do
reviews
the other products,
while filming and
the
editing
other
that.
projects without taking a week or
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 days to go do this and then drop everything. A part of what we're building towards with the Fro Factory is to have multiple editors and multiple shooters that can come in and help. So it's possible we can turn that stuff out at a better clip.
Yeah.
So, Russell Ho Atkin. Hey, Fro, Steve, Todd, Joe, Noah, Dan, Fro's dad, and everyone else.
Everyone.
Do you think, in a world where mirrorless sales are going up and mid-range cameras like the 80D are so accomplished that there is a place for a D5, the high-end, heavy, expensive camera? Or is it a bit like a Lamborghini bringing out special edition?
Or a Porsche.
Some people will get it as it's the best of the best, and others will buy lower in the range to feel a part of something special. Just a thought. Cheers. I hope Todd dances some more so I can get a good GIF of him this week. No, I do not think that the 80D and mirrorless cameras are
What?
replacements by any stretch of the imagination for a D5 or a 1DX Mark II or any of the high-end cameras. They're not going to come close. There's a reason you use a D5. There's a reason you use a 1DX Mark II. And again, the high-end professionals that are using these use these tools to the fullest extent to get the best quality possible that they can get. Yes, we can do it with any camera, but when we can use the best of the best, because that's what we do and we want to get the results that we know we can get, we want to use the best of the best. I don't think the mirrorlesses and the ADDs are going to give you better results as a professional than a D5. But me using a ADD and handing somebody like Noah a D5, like, I'm not ripping on him. I'm just saying he doesn't know what the hell he's doing with a camera.
Or anything else.
I will get better results with my iPhone than he will with my D5.
You want to have a competition?
Yeah.
Two of you can run down the street with cameras.
Andrew Wilson. Hey, Jared and the gang. Last night I was working on a blog and some DNA and reading a book.
Me too.
And reading back to myself out loud what I had written. I felt a bit weird, like having a conversation without anyone there, which made me wonder. When you do videos speaking directly to the camera, do you imagine that you are speaking to someone on the other side of the camera? What's your mentality with this? Keep up the good work, guys. Enjoying the content as always. Always hope the move over. Oh, I also hope the move over to the Fro Factory goes smoothly. So what do I do when I'm talking to the camera? Doing the same thing I do right now. I am just I honestly don't know if I think other people are there. I just feel like I'm talking to somebody. And I raise my level to talk to whoever I'm talking to. And you are the camera. I am talking to everybody out there, and that's how I do it. You have to get over the fact that you feel self-conscious that you're just talking to yourself. It's also difficult when you're standing somewhere at an event and we're talking, or like the other day,
people are walking by.
Yeah, people are walking by and they're looking at you like you're crazy. Or when we're at a 5-minute real world review and I have a mic on and you have the headphones on,
I can hear
50 feet
everything.
away and I'm talking to you. Like at the hockey game, the people on the bench that one day were looking at me like, "What the hell is this guy doing? Who's he talking to?" Well, I was talking to Steven.
People thought you were talking to yourself.
I was talking, but you have to get over the fact, and you just say, "Screw it. Who cares what these people think? I know what I'm doing," and you just do it, right?
Nope.
Mike Kingdon.
And it's easy when I can talk about myself.
Mike Kingdon. Hi, Fro and Company. I've been applying for a lot of photography jobs recently. One-off events such as annual balls for my local university schools.
Annual
I write
balls?
a nice email.
Does you want to
Like
go to the
dances?
cannonball?
Balls?
The cannonball. I write a nice email explaining my relevant experience, and I include a link to my website, takingthemic.com. I rarely get a response. Is it okay to follow up with applications like this, asking asking why I wasn't hired? Thanks, Mike. Hey, Mike, same thing as why I yelled at the other guy, Jon Snow. You need to get out and make phone calls. Emails do not cut it.
Yeah.
People are like, well, I'm not getting any responses back because it's like when you put a resume in a pile of other resumes that look like every same piece of paper. What is going to make yours stand out? Nothing. So just stand out. Break the freaking rules. If they say it must be on white paper, print it on pink, flowery, smelly paper that smells like perfume. Maybe it will stand out in the crowd. Who knows? Just be different. That's my feeling. I don't want to be a sheep. But I just think that you need to get out there and make calls. Go see people in person. Yep. Why aren't you getting a response? Maybe you're asking the questions wrong in your email. Maybe you're just saying, hi, my name is Mike Kingdon. Kingdon.
Klingon?
No. Mike Kingdon. I'm a photographer looking to get jobs. Look at my work. Why? Find out who the people are that are the decision makers and get in touch with them. You have to bully your way through life to get what you want.
I've definitely sent my resume for jobs before. Radio silence. And I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Make a phone call, get the person. And I've gotten jobs by just picking up the phone. And then they were like, oh, yeah, I looked at it. I forgot to call you.
Oh, yeah, you're a real person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
just make you
definitely helps to talk to someone one-on-one.
Don Cherry. He's like the hockey. You guys know Don Cherry and his dog? You know what his dog's name is?
Nothing.
Grapes.
Becky? Oh.
Grapes.
Grapes?
He's Don Cherry and his dog's name is Grapes.
Huh.
Don Cherry is he's a Canadian hockey analyst.
Okay.
And whenever he comes on, he's like, he's raunchy. He's like, I better stop now before I get in trouble. But I'll just do it anyway.
He's like you.
Yeah, but he's funny as hell. Don Cherry is, because he says it like it is about hockey. He's like, that was a dirty hit. That guy's a scumbag. He should be suspended. He's a dirty player. He goes off. He's funny as hell. Don Cherry. Hi, Fro. I shoot a lot of abandoned buildings, farms, old vehicles, etc. And often it's in dangerous areas or private property. My question to you is, do you think it's worth risking bodily harm and or potential trouble with law enforcement to get some really cool shots? To what lengths are you willing to go to get a desired image? Not those lengths. If it's stupid and you could die and fall off those people that fall off of buildings to get the photo, why? You don't need to do that. You could also go ask for permission. It never hurts to do that.
The right way,
I'm not saying that you don't ever go into a situation where you're not supposed to, but generally you're not putting yourself in risk of bodily harm. All I can think about is that scene in Die Hard 2, 3, where he's wearing the sign on his back when he goes into like Harlem. I mean, don't put yourself into situations where you could run into trouble.
Yeah. Well, it makes me think of all the people doing the train track stuff. I mean, that's just it's just uncalled for.
Yeah, don't ever go on train tracks.
Yeah.
It's that simple. If it's a live train track, if it's a live train track, I don't give a crap if you know the schedule or not. Do not do photo shoots on train tracks. The only time you should be on a train track for doing a photo shoot is if it's for the train company and you have special permission and everything is shut down, or it's a shut down track. I hate train track photos. They're so passé. They're so stupid. So, no, I wouldn't risk bodily harm to get the shot because it's not going to get you in. So you got the shot. Good for you. Was it worth getting shot over?
Bruce Willis.
Yippee-ki-yay. Dean Harris. Is it true
Yes.
that Shut Up Joe is dating Meredith's daughter?
Rebecca.
God damn it, you son of bitches, you better stay out of my sweet, sweet Rebecca's love life. Yeah, she might be dating a beer hustler named Joe, but don't even worry about that. He's a sweet, sweet ogre, by the way, and he's gentle with birds, and he stomps around, so I always know when he's at the house. Give me a beer, Joe.
Dom captures. Hi, Jared. How do you feel about what you've become today, and what would you tell your younger self to prepare you the most for the future? Hope all is well.
Don't get that haircut about 3 months ago.
There's so many things I can think of right now.
I don't have answers. I'm skipping that.
That would be so good.
Bolist _photography. Pros and cons of digital versus film photography, and do you plan to ever get into the darkroom again? Darkroom again, yes. We still, I think I've been saying it for 4 years, would like to go to Antonelli and get in the darkroom and film some videos, take some of the old negatives, show you how to make a contact sheet, show you how to make a test strip, show you how I print the negatives with high contrast, which is what I do. I would love to get into the darkroom to do that. We could get some A7R2s to shoot video or something, or the low light version to shoot inside the darkroom. It would probably work really well.
Get the infrared ones, infrared cameras.
We could do something.
That'd be awesome.
In terms of pros and cons to digital and film, the con to shooting film is that you go and get it developed and then scanned into the computer. To me, that's a con. Also, your ISO. We shot film. Like, if you've never shot film, I do recommend that you go and do it because it's a great learning experience. It's fun to do, but I don't see taking I can't understand for the life of me the wedding photographers that just call themselves, they just shoot film and are like, I'm just a film wedding photographer, and people hire them because they think it's cool. It's not cool. It's not cool.
Super cool.
It is to some people.
It's the coolest.
Kenan Horton, similar to @walking on a roof. That's a guy who must have asked a similar question on Instagram. How should I get a hold of and ask companies for internship opportunities? I rarely ever get a response from them. Are you just sending emails like everybody else?
It's the same guy.
Pick up the phone.
I twatted at him 4 times.
Pick up the phone, call them, message them, show up in person and say you want to work for them. Figure out how to make them know that you exist. The best case scenarios are those ones where they send ads on Facebook and target the recruiter or target the boss and get seen. Make videos, put out photos, put out stories. Get to find out how you can get in touch with them.
Cocaine.
Kidnapping.
Oh, kidnapping.
_Eiler852. Will you ever do a beginner boot camp again?
It's been a while.
We haven't done boot camps in years. Whew. Thinking possibly when the Fro Factory opens up, we could run classes maybe once a quarter, maybe.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. You'll finally have a place to do it at.
We could do it there.
Steve can show you about soft focus.
Perfect.
We'll think about doing it. We'd have to price it out to a certain point. They're about 8-hour classes. We do a lunch. We take care of the lunch. Adam would come down. We'd help you learn photography, get all your questions answered, go out in the world and shoot.
Todd shows you how to shoot weddings.
Well, we could also probably set up a video one.
I'll say something inappropriate.
So we could probably charge a good amount. We used to charge $500. Maybe we could charge that amount or close to that because we're not paying for the. Well, I pay mortgage. I pay rent on the place.
That's for what? A day's worth?
Yeah,
a
boot
class?
camp. 8 hours learning one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one, but small classes. It's well worth it. People that took the boot camps absolutely love them. We did them in Manchester. We did it in London, San Francisco. We did it in Nashville. We did it.
It would almost be pretty cool if we had like stations set up, like if you wanted to ask questions about editing or if you want to ask questions about photography or whatever it may be.
Well, it would be one
storage.
topic. I would stick with one topic.
It would just be cool if we had something set
Adam
up like
and
that
I
too.
came up with a really good method for how to teach the class. It worked really well.
Is it yelling at everybody?
Yeah. Anyway, we're thinking about doing it at some point. I would like to do it. I could also... I don't know that it's so much work to schedule these things,
Yeah.
especially when they're in other places. Because what you need is an
venue.
assistant in that area who knows the area, so that they can come for free. Because when we had somebody assist, they would come for free. They would help with getting all the food that we needed to be there, the apples and the bananas and the coffee, so that it's there in the morning for everybody.
Crates of apples.
So we would do that, but. It's a lot of coordination.
It's kind of just like scheduling a live RAWtalk. It's a lot of work.
It
But
is.
if it was always at the same place, once you figured it out,
Well, yeah,
you
if you had
could
a
replicate
residency,
it often.
it wouldn't be bad.
But it's also nice to go to where other people are because it's easier for those people
Yep.
too.
Yeah, agreed.
Facts.
J Derby, hey. It is. Oh, no, sorry. It's J Derby. Hey, Todd. Stephen Eckert, Joe, and Jared Poland.
That's the
My
order.
question for you is this. I'm
What?
about to start a new social media campaign for my company. I've been talking to a YouTuber who wants to shoot all of the videos for me. The videos would include him traveling to big cities like New York, Los Angeles, etc. He doesn't want to be paid other than the ticket cost. It will cost me it will come out to about $850 altogether, which sounds awfully cheap.
Yeah.
Is there enough of an ROI for me, or should I invest that money into paid social media advertising?
He's doing
Thanks
it
for
for
the amazing
free.
content you produce for all of us. Cheers. If this person is going to create content for you, what are you going to spend money to promote if you don't have the content to promote? If somebody's going to do it for $850, that's almost like a lost leader. That's almost costing you nothing
That's
to
a
get
steal.
stuff to go out and put it into the world. And if it's a YouTuber who has a following, then it sounds like they don't, because for $850, they probably wouldn't be doing this and then sharing it with the world. But you have to weigh the pros and the cons of what are they doing? What are they delivering you? How is it going to benefit you and your brand? That's the stuff you have to talk about.
I would totally do that deal.
One Eye Blind Media. What up, gang? Is there any chance we could see a starting a photo business guide in the future?
Nope. No more guides.
I don't think of starting the business guide unless I came up with a free thing that I give out. Oh yeah, move that, thanks.
You had a lot of business tips in the getting out of auto. You had a whole section where you talked about business stuff.
I feel like that's still a perfect place to start at.
Yeah.
And I
That
also
guide.
have the business coming up in that
Squarespace.
the Squarespace website building
Well, whatever you
guide,
call it.
whatever
Yeah.
we call that.
Yep.
Did he do good?
You did fine.
Don't you screw that up. Don't you screw
Did you
that
break
up.
it?
Jared just stops everything and just stares.
So I don't.
Doing it right?
It's tough to make those guides because it's not like it's the gospel. There's not one right way to run a business or start a business. What works for me may not work for you. I share as much information as I can from my personal experience because that's what I know. And there's a lot of people that try to teach things. What pisses me off the most are the people that
Everything.
try to teach you how to make money on the internet, and they're making money on the internet by teaching you how to make money on the internet. It is such a joke. You know, mastermind classes. I know some people love going to masterminds where they pay $10,000 a year to sit at a round table with 8 other people.
We need to do that.
Yeah, I know.
I know we need to do that. I know we need to come up with masterminds.
already have a round
because
table,
people
we're
do
set.
pay to do masterminds, but I've never paid
And we've
for
got
that
a round
stuff.
table.
We do.
Boom.
You just gotta know that you're not gonna become the expert by paying everybody else for their information. Seriously. And I'm talking about big money. You want to buy our video guides? Buy those. They're less expensive.
But by 5.
They're easy. They're educational and they're informative, and you can
Gotta feed
actually
Morgan.
use stuff practically. But when you try to go to every single conference that's out there and you get riled up for the weekend because those conferences are great to blow your mind up, and then at the very end of it, you get home and you're like, okay, I'm just going to get back into the same habits I was in before. It doesn't really benefit you to do that. Plus, you're not actually in the world trying it. The best way to learn is to freaking fail at something because you're going to learn how to not fail again. Or if you fail again, you learn again and you keep moving on. You just got to start doing it.
Failure is practice for success.
And I hate mantras.
Todd Wolf. Trademark Todd Wolf.
Mantras are such... I hate mantras. Make today the best day ever.
I hate mantras. Trademark Jared the Bully Poland.
I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully. I was bullied in school.
Which is why you're a bully now.
Not at all, because I dished it out just as... Look, you couldn't really bully me because I have a
Because you
hard
were
head.
too busy bullying.
No, because I'd sit there and it didn't affect me. I'd be like, okay, cool. Awesome. Anything else you want to say? I think part of that is becoming a baseball
Well, that's
umpire.
what you do on the comment section on the other videos.
As a baseball umpire and a hockey ref and all of that, I've always known that I've been an outcast since I was like 5. Seriously, in Montessori school, I was never in the in crowd with the in crowd kids because I just, for whatever reason, I didn't fit in. Maybe I was just a dick.
You're being weird.
I was probably being weird.
Yeah.
I was very unique. I was very different.
AKA weird.
That's very different.
AKA loser.
But I always made friends. I always befriended the kids
That my mom paid for.
What? What'd he say? I always befriended the kids who would never speak up and defend themselves because they were always afraid of what would happen. And I didn't care if I was friends with these kids and that the kid that would just read his encyclopedia at recess. Of course, he's like a doctor now and all cool and all.
Yeah.
But back then, there would be people that would bully these kids who were just different for whatever reason. What is different and what is normal? They just didn't do the same things that these other people perceived to be normal. So they would try to beat them up or do whatever they would do. And I'd befriend the kids because why not? They need somebody to talk to.
So you were the leader of the douchebags.
Here's a story, Todd. Summer camp, right? Jewish summer camp, so I'm popular because it's a Jewish camp.
Wait, you're popular at the summer Jewish camp.
Well, yeah.
That's
Jewish,
all right.
Jewish did no a Jewish day camp? Yeah. Exactly. He knows what happens at those camps.
What happens at those camps?
I'm not talking about overnight camp, Noah, when you sneak into the girls' bunks and go have Sarah.
Well, that's all summer camps.
But so we had the thing called club, and club was like you played a sport or you went to archery or you did different things, and I did soccer. So every once in a while I'd be the captain. When you're the captain, you can pick the players, right?
You get to boss people around.
You get to pick the players.
You get to bully
so the
people.
other guy picks first. No, I got to pick first. So what did I do? What do you think I did?
Bullied him till you pick first?
No, I got to pick first. So I picked the kid who's never, ever been picked first and was probably the worst out there.
So you guys lost.
Let me get to the moral of the story, Todd. So the next guy picks, the captain then of the other team picks the best player. I come back, I pick the second kid who never gets picked and sucks. Same thing, on and on till it's over. And they're all like, you know, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? The other guys, they're like, we're going to kill you.
It's the island of misfit toys.
We're like, we're gonna kill you. No, I led this team not to victory and not to defeat,
but to tears and shame.
We tied 1-1 because those kids
Because you tied their
played
shoes.
the best games that they've ever played. Why? Because they felt like they belonged.
Because they wanted to be on the other team.
You made them feel
Next year.
important.
No, because I picked them first.
That's what I'm saying. You made them feel important.
And the other team took that for like basically we're like, oh, these guys suck. We're gonna wipe the floor with them, and they got all confident, and they didn't because we played really hard.
Nice.
And we did a good job. So that's my damn story for the
Yeah.
day. I'm not an asshole.
I know. Keep defending yourself, though.
All right, let's get to the Wheel of Fro and see what's on the wheel this week, Todd.
What's on the wheel, Jared?
On the wheel, we've got Rode microphone. Noah, make a note for me to put up actual prizes on the
Yeah, I
whole
thought
wheel.
that was going to happen this week.
Yeah,
What
I thought
happened
that
with
was going to happen.
I've been busy.
Good, you guys got a lot done.
Make a note to try to get your hands on a printer so we can print stuff out to put up there.
I have that.
Joe, make a note to tell Noah to make a note to get printers.
I did buy paper.
I saw that.
It's in my car.
I saw that.
So I went to buy paper. I go to Staples. I'm getting the ream of paper, and it's also after I just had an arm workout, so it was a little hard to carry. Oh, yeah. I get up to the counter.
bird arms.
The power goes out.
And you run out with boxes of paper. I got it! You can't catch me!
The power goes out. I've got this ream.
Catch that girl.
Catch the girl with the great ass! With the reams of paper.
What happened is they're like, well, we can't check you out for half an hour. The computers need to reset, so I couldn't get paper.
A half an hour.
I was like, what kind of
Well,
antiquated...
what about cash? Like, can you write me
Yeah.
a receipt?
Well, no, because I needed to get the easy rebate of $39.
Oh.
The ream of paper, it would cost you, $50-some, and then you got a $39 rebate. So the paper cost
Wow.
$14 total.
That's good.
For 5,000 sheets.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
That's for the shipping department. Keep in mind that the shirts are on sale for $9.87. Let's get to the wheel. Rode microphone each and every week. Rode still wants us to come to Australia.
Oi.
We need to do that. Kessler Crane. Go to KesslerCrane.com
/Fro.
Fro10.
Fro 10.
10%
Nice.
off. That's like a $200-ish savings on some stuff
Depending
there.
on what you buy, yeah.
We love the crane. We can't wait to use it in the new place.
Can't wait.
Just like
That's
Mr. Miyagi taught me.
so much production value.
Yep.
Spin Again and Epson is the grand prize for an Epson P600 printer that clocks in at over $700. If it lands on that, you are going to be a winner, somebody. You will be a winner, and you can look in a mirror and say, I'm a winner.
It'll be like Jared picked you first.
In summer camp. AdoramaPix.com. Go to AdoramaPix to get all of your photo prints. That's what we use. Sign up for their email list, by the way, because they're always tweeting and sending emails for like, 25% off this.
It's always like at
30%
least
off this.
25% off, too.
Go take advantage of their sales.
Yeah.
The prices are already inexpensive. It's already good. Fro Prize. I will promote the shirts. Go to store.fronosphoto.com, click on shirts, look for this logo up on the screen, get your $9.87 shirts each plus shipping. Just can't ship to European Union, blah, blah, blah. But the shirts are good. Get as many as you want.
Can you ship to Hogwarts, though?
Yes, they're normally $14.99, so that you can see the savings from $14.99 to $9.87 plus shipping. Think Tank Photo, the people that bring us big-ass bags like that, that's $500, $600? It's $599.
$600, yeah.
$600 for that bag, people. Yep. We're going to have fun with that bag when we make a video. I had an idea. I told Todd about the idea.
No, you did.
On the phone.
Oh, no, we're not doing that idea.
Best idea ever, right?
No, one of those things, I said, Jared, these are things you discuss with your friends and you never repeat in public.
Too, yeah.
Great idea.
No.
All right.
Private jokes in public spaces.
Audioblocks.com/Fro to get your Audio Blocks music. Use it. Don't abuse it. Actually, use as much of it as you want. You can abuse the hell out of it.
For sure.
I'm sure they have music. If you type in abusive music, Todd's picture comes up with music.
No, it's just Jared's motivational speech.
Hoya.
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 Get yourself some Hoya filters.
Hoya.
Rode microphone. Again, we use the Rode Broadcasters each and every week. I also use the Video Mic Me when I make videos with the phone.
Every day, yeah.
All the time. I always plug it in. My DNA. LEXAR, as you know, this episode was brought to you by LEXAR. We talked about all the different cards we use. Go back to the beginning where you can hear that if you want to hear the plug for
Coming
LEXAR.
soon, the new DNA module.
Question mark lands on that. You get to pick anything off the wheel except for the grand prize. Even you can spin again. Borrow lenses. BorrowLenses.com/Fro. We borrow the 400 and the 200. Fro prize. You can get my video guides. Go to fronosphoto.com. Click on guides. You can see there's 3 guides available: the Fronos Photo Guide to Getting Out of Auto, Fronos Photo Flash Guide, Fronos Photo Guide to DSLR Video, and soon to be the Fronos Photo Guide to Video Editing.
We just got the logo. Also,
we just got the logo. It's almost the whole thing is almost done. I uploaded the files to the S3 server to start testing everything out. We're getting close. We're going to do a pre-launch where we have like 4 videos that are pre-launching. We've got an hour and a half or so long roundtable, which is answering all your questions, legitimate questions. It's like real good information, all in the hopes that you will purchase this guide when it comes out. We've got squarespace.com/Fro to get your 14-day free trial. No credit card needed. Go try it out to save 10% off. Use the code FRO on your order. Order it for a year and get a free domain name, which is a $14 value or $13. Steven, you get to spin again. Videoblocks.com/go/Fro. Did you use any video blocks on the latest 5-minute portrait? We didn't because it was all about the XC10.
because it was all about, I had to show our footage.
So you showed our B-roll.
I showed all of our B-roll,
Speaking of the
and I
4K,
used Audio Blocks music for the entire track. You know?
The 4K video that videos I took from the clouds in the airplane.
Looked awesome.
I'm gonna send that to
who took them actually? I mean, who really
Jared
shot?
actually took
who
that.
really shot
I
them
did.
though?
I was flying to Vegas myself.
And I
think
didn't
it
look
was-
at
I
that
think it was
footage for
the flight attendant.
Was that NAB last year? Well,
no,
where
that was
that
for Kelby's event.
So that was like 8 months ago.
It was a long
maybe.
time
It's just
ago.
been sitting on my hard drive,
looked
and then
amazing.
we finally get to the review,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
And
wow,
it cleaned up really
this looks
nice.
really good.
Yeah.
And it was
gonna
all C-Log too that you shot in.
C-Log. I'm
full
gonna send that to
4K.
Video Blocks for free so that they can give it away in there. Might as well.
I'm just shocked you were so still while you shot it.
I was using
The
the image
guns. I was using
stabilization
the guns.
and the GoPro, the Gorilla Pod.
Worked great.
So that's that. I don't have a name yet. Should we just spin?
Sure.
And then find a name?
Yep.
Well,
All right.
we have memes this week.
Oh, Shizer. Well,
yeah.
Should we do? Well, let's.
Are we doing both again?
I think we should just finish the show with the memes because it's not for the spinning of the wheel this week.
Gotcha.
We'll pick a name. We're going to spin the wheel now. We'll come back and we'll do the memes after that.
All right.
And then we'll wrap it up. All right,
Sounds
here
good.
we go. Let's spin the wheel of Fro, guys.
All right, here we go.
I followed through on that one because you have to follow through with all the words you say and everything I do. Gavin DeGraw, everybody. Around and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. The Wheel of Fro is about to stop on Squarespace. Fro Prize. Squarespace. Fro Prize. Fro Prize! Congratulations to... I have to remember to give Steven a name so he can pop it up right here. You just won Fro Prizes. Video guides. Yay!
For the audio people listening at home, this person won. Andrew Wilson.
Why are you still pointing?
I don't know. I'll put the name up again, I guess, for the
I
video
love it when you
people.
do voiceover though.
I just try to do the cheesiest voiceover ever.
That's funny.
No.
All right, so that's that. We had some
Todd
people.
Wolf.
We had some people continue to send in memes. So now we're gonna get the memes up on the screen here and finish up the show.
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. We have the first one. So what are people doing? They're sending in memes. Just funny memes that you find. Where can they send them?
singwheelofro@gmail.com.
So if you have something that's a meme that you think would be great and you want to show on the show, send it in. Best day ever.
This is from Alex Moreno.
Hashtag
Palmer.
why it does not have to be in focus. Not really. I hate you so much, Todd.
That's the part that made me laugh.
That's funny.
That is
It's funny.
good.
Nice job. Next one. Who's this by, Todd?
Bartek Blazek.
Hey, Jared. Did you also ask them to send you books?
This is a
And
picture of just
It's
Noah.
a picture of Noah creeping in the
Just
background
being weird.
for you people looking at home.
Freaking weird.
Oh, this next one.
Oh, it's a GIF.
Yeah, look at this one.
What the hell is? Where did this come from? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I've got a great book.
No, look at
Lucky
that
for me,
meme.
but lucky for me, the dick book. What is this? What did you do? Make a video in your car?
Where did they get this? From you?
It's from what's your site called again, Noah? Wordshop101.com. What?
For more fodder.
Yeah, for more ammo. This is great. They took the dick book and they made it for Noah. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
This one almost had me crying
I've got
this
a great
morning.
book. But lucky for me, funny, I could watch that for days.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That one's also from Bartek.
Okay, here's the next one.
Oh, that's terrible.
1983. He's not that old.
Yeah, he's definitely. No, when were you born? What year?
What's this?
MPEG 4 codec was not found.
Don't know Joe.
Oh.
That's it? No Todd or Steven?
I get off pretty scot-free. This next one is a killer. Now, that one and this one is from Keith Knauer.
Oh, he won last week, right?
Oh, did he?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, read the next one. Okay, Coop.
Straight out of option.
That is great.
But that's my actual OK Cupid profile.
Nice picture, by the way.
Yeah.
Douchebag picture.
Like you own a freaking helicopter.
I haven't been on OK. I stopped using that
Hey,
stuff.
ladies, anybody want to see me in my helicopter?
Wait, what does it say? I am a creative type.
I had a girl write this. I had an ex-girlfriend write it.
Why is it all messed up at the bottom? I'm a creative type.
I don't know.
I
I had a
don't know.
girl write it.
No, Jared typed it. That's why there's typos.
Anything I can combine photography with, I would consider a good time.
Did I write that?
Yeah.
Ew, that sounds really
That's horrible.
creepy.
Fuck that. All right, here we go. Next one. Who's this by, Todd?
Michael Metz.
So this is what happened when I was using the razor and I'm going around, do, and then this happened.
Postcard, look at this stamp.
Oh, look how red you are.
That's great.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's good. I love the penny there. That was fun.
That was
clever.
man, there's a lot of really good ones
All
this
right,
week.
next one. Who's this from?
Sayatan Chatterjee.
All right, Satan Chatterjee. Do you know who I am? I know how to fall. Noah doesn't know how to fall. That's funny.
That's pretty
This stuff
funny.
is great.
A lot of really good ones.
Next one.
Oh, that one's good.
Stephanie.
Hashtag in focus but overexposed.
Overexposed.
Straight out of sunblock.
Oh
He
man.
looks like an Oompa Loompa, just red.
Oh, look at that! Look at that red hand too. Too much DNA.
And the last one is straight out of Porsche. I don't like that one.
I can see your hairy ass though.
That's my mic pack.
Oh, I thought that was the tuft of ass hair that you have.
No.
Fro in the back.
And that is all of the memes that we have this week. So where can they send them in, Steven?
Singwheelofro@gmail.com.
Yeah, so you can send in your memes for whatever
good
happens
ones.
that you find, and maybe we'll show them on the show and pick from them in the future to give some prizes and Wheel of Fro stuff. They are funny. I like this segment. It's a funny segment.
I don't know who to pick.
I do.
Well, we're not picking anybody this
absolutely
week.
know.
Shouldn't we just pick a winner though,
No.
or no?
Not
Get a
right now.
guide.
People are just sending them in right now. We'll do it for next week. We already spun once.
We should just give them guide though.
All right,
get a guide.
fine. Pick a winner.
I mean, the Dick book
Noah
gift
in the
with
car. Noah Dick
is
pick in the car.
Winner.
I do love that one. I still think the picking up the pending one was awesome too.
It is, but I'm going to go with Noah's Dick
I think
car.
so too.
That's a
yeah,
good-
yeah.
yeah, that's a
That
good one,
Dick
too.
book.
So who was that?
That is
Everyone was really good. This week.
Bartek Blazjak.
All right, congratulations. You're getting some free guides as well. Keep sending them in. We love seeing these things. Let's
Yeah,
come up with a
these are great.
hashtag.
I think
Hashtag
these
Todd
are all
loves DNA.
Terrible.
Hashtag Todd loves DNA.
DNA.
Todd loves making DNA.
DNA anal.
No, Todd. There goes our last female follower. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
So more hashtags, whatever you come up with, make sure you @Fronos Photo and you hashtag them all over. You can also come up with more of these memes, send them in, let us know what you come up with, and we'll pretty much call it a day from there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this has been RAWtalk number 179. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you to the sponsor this week,
LEXAR.
LEXAR Cards. Don't forget about Allen's Cannonball on June 18th, which is a Saturday. Don't forget about the $9.87 shirts. And the 30 for 30 is up and live. So go to fronosphoto.com/LR3030 to get all of the Lightroom editing thingies that we are doing. You get all the photo news stories and more at fronosphoto.com/RAWtalk-179. Steven, anything to add?
That's it.
Todd, anything to add?
No, let's go home.
All right. Noah, anything to add?
You don't have a microphone, Noah. Shut up.
And that is the end of the show. Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com. See ya.